Who came out ahead in the first presidential debate? Democrats rally behind Biden despite concerns over his performance, while Republicans claim a victory. We have what's next in the race for the White House. But first, good morning, Northern California. Welcome to a new day. I'm Monica Coleman. Let's take a look at your weather and traffic with Brendan Minchef. Hey, Brendan. Many Americans are waking up with a fresh take on the presidential race. President Joe Biden kicked off the debate with a raspy voice and at times struggled to finish his thoughts, while former President Donald Trump drew on a long list of lies from everything from abortion to January 6th. ABC's Perry Russom starts off our coverage with a recap of the historic night. Some Democrats are now calling for Biden to step aside and let someone else run. Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang being one of them. Behind closed doors, several other Democrats are feeling the same. 5:06 is your time. We have the latest development in the Mahaney Park murder case. A new report is shedding light on what led up to the 33-hour manhunt that left Roseville and Rockland on edge last year. We've known how murder suspect Eric Abril escaped from Sutter Roseville Medical Center, but now, thanks to Placer County Grand Jury, we are learning specific details about what the sheriff deputies assigned to guard him was doing in the days and hours before the escape. ABC 10's Garchpaul Sunga has the new revelations. The report says the deputy violated sheriff's office policies. The updated sheriff's policy after the escape states there must be a team of 2 officers when transporting inmates, no matter what their status is. 3 people were arrested in Stockton for a deadly shooting earlier this month on West Charter Way. There are mixed feelings right now among PG&E customers after the utility company announced it's temporarily reducing electric rates by 9%. PG&E says the reduction is possible because the utility finished paying off some costs, including wildfire protection and prevention. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias explains who will benefit from the discount and for how long. The reduction is expected to last through the summer. If you have any questions about your bill or being included in the decrease, you can call the number on your screen. That's 1-800-PG&E-5000. We also have that information on our website. It's time to go around town where we shine the spotlight on one of our amazing communities. Today, we are checking out Modesto to highlight what the city has to offer. ABC 10's Marcus Allen is live in downtown Modesto to give us a look at what we can expect this morning. Okay, tell me where you're at and who's with you. And I believe it, Modesto is one of the largest cities in Stanislaus County, but I do have to ask you a question, Mark, before you go. For somebody who plans to go to Modesto this weekend, what would be the best day planner? The National Transportation Safety Board announced it has sanctioned troubled plane maker Boeing, alleging the company gave unauthorized investigative details to the media about that door plug blowout on a passenger jet earlier this year. Okay, my big question is, how do we get our hands on some of that merch? Do you have to just go to the game? Can you buy online? Because that was some really cool gear. Turning to your national news, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled hospitals in Idaho must allow emergency abortions when a woman's health is at risk, at least for now. This is despite the state's near total abortion ban. Okay, let's talk about the weather. Brendan, you've been keeping an eye on it because things are heating up.
Yep.
And you know how I feel about the hot weather. So
this is true. Well, I know you like it a lot better than the cold weather
yes,
in the wintertime.
True. Brendan, you know me well. That is true. That is true. I'm hard
We've
to
worked
please.
together for a couple of years now. I know what weather Monica Coleman likes.
Let's talk dollars and cents. The truck brand has rammed its way to the top of the annual J.D. Power Initial Quality Study. The report, which tracks problems with vehicles right after they are sold. Welcome back. I'm Monica Coleman. Yesterday's performances by both candidates are now being examined. President Joe Biden struggling throughout the 90-minute event. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump deflected questions and made several false claims. Here's how some voters on both sides of the aisle reacted right after the debate. A lot of the reaction from that debate focusing on President Biden's age. At times, Biden lost his train of thought or spoke with a soft, raspy voice. That was something Governor Gavin Newsom had to confront when asked by reporters. Take a listen. You briefly heard there Newsom being asked if he would replace Biden on the presidential ticket, which he declined, saying he stands with the president. Meanwhile, take a look behind me. You can see the New York Times headline. This is just one of the many headlines from a few news outlets. Biden supporters had hoped last night's debate would calm worries that the 81-year-old was too old for another term, but this has appeared to do the opposite. As for the former president, despite making several false claims, at ABC 10, we stand for you. So the verified team was following along, fact-checking claims made by both candidates. Casey Decker has what we found. Your time is 5:38. Let's talk some hot weather hacks. With hot temperatures on the way, we are all looking for ways to beat the heat. So here's a tip for staying cool on these scorching days. If temperatures cool down at night, energy experts recommend opening your windows on opposite sides of your home. California voters will now get to decide on a proposal to ban involuntary servitude as a punishment for a crime. The state legislature approved a proposal to We are continuing to go around town in Modesto this morning. We're highlighting many of the amazing things the city has to offer. ABC 10's Mark Zallen is live in downtown Modesto to give us another look. Hey Mark, what's going on? Okay. The multi-talented, always extraordinary Mark Zallen. Thank you. Turning to your sports news now, the second round of the NBA draft wrapped up yesterday, but not before the Sacramento Kings shook things up a bit. ABC 10's Kevin John joins us now with more. But, you know, I do have a bone to pick with you, Brendan.
Uh-oh.
We got to go back to LeBron James and Bronny. Y'all didn't hear, but he's not supporting our guys.
Well, I think
you're
you're
excited
support
for
the
Lake
Kings, right? The Kings, the best
Show.
team
You
in California
can
recently.
love the Kings and still support LeBron and his son.
I mean, it's true. I mean, the better the Lakers do, the better it is for the league as a whole and for LeBron James. And it'll
for
be
the
fun
state.
to see
It's going to be so
both
fun
of them
to
play
watch.
together.
That is must-watch television.
It'll be must-watch television when the Kings beat them in 7
Okay.
next spring.
All right.
So.
You heard it from Bennett Minshap. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. It's 6 o'clock.